Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Girl Talk. This is our second episode, and today's topic will be relationships from different perspectives. And what we have here is a bowl with different questions, and one person will draw a question, read it off, and every other person will actually read the question itself and answer it. We actually have our little mixed drinks that I made called the Jolly Ranger. I have Crown in there, Thousand Island, and grapefruit. It's actually pretty tasty. So tune in and please wait. We definitely have two guests that will be joining us later in the middle of the show. So make sure you tune in. My name is Jenny.
My name is Mimi.
Kina B.
Brooke.
And this is the Girl Talk.
Yes.
Let's get into it.
First question is, what do you consider cheating while in a relationship? Okay, what I consider cheating in a relationship would be you texting or having any type of relationship outside with another girl without informing me, whether it's physical touch, you're hanging out, spending quality time with that person, and I just have to find out through somebody else, or I just catch you in the act and that's not happening. Like, that's a form of cheating to me.
I feel like anything you wouldn't do in front of me, personally, that is cheating. Like, if you're not going to be flirting and touching other girls behind in front of me, then clearly you should know that should be a barrier that you should not cross.
I definitely agree with Mimi. Anything you wouldn't do in front of my face, do not do behind my back. If I'm in front of you and you would not kiki, don't kiki behind my back. Okay? Okay? So that's just, it's just that simple. If you keep it simple, you won't have to really go into, okay, is this cheating? Is that anything you wouldn't want me to see, do not do.
I agree. Anything that you have to hide, lie about, that's a form of cheating. If you can't tell your spouse that confidently, then it's a problem.
You should know your woman.
Correct.
Here? What am I? Little baby one. How can you be better in your next relationship and or current? Okay. I feel like in my next relationship going forward, obviously I've matured from my past relationship so much that I feel like going forward I want to actually be able to show that individual, okay, I'm ready for the next stage or whatever it could be. If that could be marriage, if that could be children, I want to be sure that that next relationship, I want to be totally invested and they don't feel like I'm just there a percentage of the time, for sure.
I feel like, I'm at my best. Just kidding. There's always room for improvement. So, I think that probably I can work on 0 to 100, the real quick parts. Because I can go to like 0, 10, 20, but I just go 100. So I can just work on being slow to anger instead of, getting upset and letting my emotions take over. I can just think about things a little bit harder and like slower before I just hit 100 real hard and push all the way.
I feel like this is a great question. Unfortunately, there's nothing I feel like I can do better.
Ooh!
It's very difficult for me to identify something, and I feel like if I just throw something random out, it'll be a lie. So
You have to.
Oh gosh.
Brooke is also at her best, as you see. Shot has evolved.
Maybe not forcing the other person to drink as much, because that maybe takes them out of their character. Not everybody's a drinker, and sometimes when they mix alcohol, they show out because that's not their true colors. So not pressuring the person.
I feel like you get the real person when they're drinking.
Possibly, but
not everybody,
not everybody can take that, because then they start acting a fool, and you like, what's going on? Somebody's having a good time. It goes from going to having a good time to having a horrible time real quick.
To being in Vegas crying.
Correct.
Okay, so how I can be better in my next next relationship. Because right now I'm single, so you know, if you like,
Holler at my
Jen to be
girl.
exact, and on Instagram.
Okay.
But as far as this question goes, I would say just having that open communication, because I know at times I can jump to conclusions if we're not actually talking about something specifically, and I'm like, okay, what's going on? So I would say being more open and actually, you know, working on each other together, not just, you know, me, myself. So making sure that we evolve and grow into this outstanding couple so we can build an empire. So as far as bettering it, I feel like it's a day-to-day base. You can't really specifically say, hey, I'm going to better this in my relationship until it actually hits you in the face and you work on it on a day-to-day basis from my perspective.
Okay, let's see what we get. Okay. That was mine, so I put it down. Do you all feel like long-term relationships end and feel like a waste of time?
Do you all feel like long-term relationships that end feel like a waste of time?
Oh, do you all? Oh my goodness.
I'm like, what?
I was trying to
get my brain cells
We
together.
know who wrote it because jumped in like, that's not what I asked you. Period. Okay, that's fine. Do you all feel like long-term relationships that end feel like a waste of time? Yes. I don't. Yes. Okay. I do feel like a waste of time. Okay, because if you spend 3 years, 5 years, 2 years, even 1 year is just too long for you to be wasting my time. Like if this at this date and age, back in the day, it was a waste of time because I could have been doing something so much different than what I was doing, wasting my time with you, you know, catering to your needs. I could have been out here in these streets, okay? Like the rest of the people was having fun. I didn't have no fun, y'all, okay? So I don't regret saying like, oh my God, I wish I had fun, but at the same time, I feel like I did waste valuable years on men that didn't need those years. Like we could have just ended it a long time ago. And honestly, when you really think about it, you see those red flags prior to it being that long wasted time. But you keep holding on and hoping that's going to get better and hoping that things will change, hoping that they will change or you will change. And it just never does. So it's like when you see that red flag, let it go.
I agree.
I agree. I think for this question, I'm thinking about how much time. Because at the end of the day, everybody say you learn from your experiences and you take something from that relationship. But more than a year, definitely a waste of time.
Correct. Is this the time that you're talking or relationship-wise talking?
That's all a waste of time.
I just wanted to say that.
Because now you're going to waste your time in the
Yeah.
talking stage.
Yeah.
When y'all supposed to be in a relationship a long time ago, but now you're just talking. So it's like, oh, we ain't in a relationship yet. You're wasting my time. What do you think?
Overall.
After
Yeah.
3 months, or like
I'll
you should be
pass
in a
it back to me.
relationship?
Oh no, I remember it. Jenny's question.
Yes, I do feel like it is a waste of time because like they mentioned, you know, after the first year, you're just like, are we going to move to the next stage where I possibly become your wife? You know, are we talking about children or whatnot? So you're investing time and it's just like, you can't take that time back. So even with my past and only relationship, I was in a relationship for 4 years and I wouldn't say I wasted time, but I didn't really get to like explore like how other people did in college. But I did definitely, like Brooke mentioned, you learn from your past relationship and you obviously grow from, you know, that and become something else within a new relationship. So I do feel like you do.
Well, I have a follow-up question to that. Do you feel like if you were younger, like say you were 18 and you were in a 3-year relationship and then you break up with a person, because of your age, do you feel like it was a waste of time?
Yes.
Because I know as we get older, now that we're getting closer to that age, so I feel like when I was younger, it wasn't really a waste of time to me, but now that I'm getting older, definitely waste of time. My perspective changed.
I would actually agree with Brooke because it's like if you don't really have a perspective, or if you're in a relationship and you don't see the wrongs of someone else, you wouldn't really know what to expect or what to better in the next relationship. So you can outdo the person that you were with in the past. So I feel like at 18, you know, you fooling around, having fun and whatnot is fine. But at 28, 30, no, baby, I want to say I do.
I think it's still a waste of time.
Yeah,
or 28. I'm gonna be 29 next month. I feel like at 18, now that I look back on 18, 19, 20, 21, I was talking and dating one person. 22, shit. 23, and at the end of the day, yes, I can say we had fun, we enjoyed ourselves, it was a great time, don't get me wrong, and I'm not going to discount because this person is still very, like, we cool, it's no love lost, but at the same time,
But
when you look back at 25, you like, damn.
For me
I wasted that
personally,
time.
I feel like my relationships in the past taught me something for going forward because it really
That's-
made me realize, like, damn,
It
like,
taught
this
you,
is
but
what
you
it
have to
meant.
waste 5 years.
Well, I didn't waste
No.
that much time.
Yeah, it comes down to the saying. That's what, I guess my perspective is different because it was such a long time. It was like 5.5 years, so it was like, wow, to not like get married, get a ring, or anything like that. But at the same time, for me, I mean, I don't feel like it was a waste of time because, like I said, we had fun and everything. But at the same time, I'm like, damn, I could have been doing or seeing
This, that, and third.
or you know what I'm saying, so much other stuff when I was really just focused on that one person and just being in their world, and you know, yeah, it was fun, but what about now? My ringer is still it's just still so blank. You know what I'm saying? So
Based off the 5 love languages, which speaks more deeply to you than all the others? Quality time, words of affirmation, physical touch, gifts, acts of service. I feel like I really like words of affirmation. I feel like most of the other ones I can do myself. So
quality time.
I spend quality time with myself.
Well, we know what you gonna pick. Yes, girl, tell me, please. Tell me how you do all the rest of them by yourself.
I can do the other ones by myself.
I can do them by
Okay,
myself.
Miss
She's like acts of service. She in the room.
lights, candle blowing.
It is true. A lot of stuff. When you independent woman, you do a lot of stuff yourself.
Amen. Say it again.
Okay, go
All
ahead.
right.
Tell me how.
That was it for me. Next. All right. Which one?
Well, for me, I feel. Is it my turn?
Go ahead. Go ahead, baby. It's okay, sis.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I forgot we're going around instead of like next.
Oh, I feel like I showed mind boggle.
Don't do it on the screen. Okay, so I feel like quality times, as you all can tell, speaks more near and dear to my heart due to the fact that I feel like when you're and that person are together and spending that good time together without phones, without just relaxing, you know, it's better than, words of affirmation, I feel like you can do that yourself too. You can look in the mirror and be like, I look good.
Yeah, but it always feels better when you hear from someone else.
Does it? I guess.
I look good.
You can do physical touch by yourself,
Yeah, you can touch yourself.
and you just get into
You
that.
Let me
I don't know. Quality time is just the one for me.
What about you, Jen?
What you think?
Oh, well, since we're going this way, I am about acts of service. I do enjoy all of them. I think all of them are traits lines, but acts of service, I definitely feel like that's important in a relationship.
Back it up.
I actually will agree with Markina on this. Quality time stands out and is more dear to my heart as well. I just feel like when you're together, you get that intimacy, that, you know, that talk when you're with that person. And I don't even have to really go out. Like, you know, take me out, yes, but we can spend quality time at the house, Netflix and chill type of vibe. So I really do feel like quality time is more deeper than the other ones, but they do stand out as well. But quality time is for me.
Okay. Go ahead. Oh, sure, Jen.
Have you ever been in love? If so, when? If not, why?
Exposed. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so I've only been in one relationship in my entire life. Yes. Cause
What about high school?
no, one serious relationship. I
Oh,
wouldn't even
okay.
count the ones in high
So
school.
only one serious.
Yeah, and girl, sing in your throat.
Speak your truth, Mimi. Speak your truth.
Why you trying
What
to
relationship
expose
has
me?
she been in? Go ahead.
I cannot.
Girl,
Sydney, go ahead.
Okay, so
This is like a I never have I ever round.
you know what? I think it's good time for a shot check.
They trying to expose me.
Good time like that. Good time.
Girl, you ain't got nothing in this. You ain't gotta play us like that. All right, Victoria.
No,
Y'all see how Mercury's like?
this way is so disgusting.
Right. You thought. You thought.
You play too much, Mimi.
Alright, cheers, guys.
It's a pleasure.
And then we'll get back to Gina's question.
It's always a pleasure, Marky.
You're so disgusting.
Okay. Cheers.
Cheers.
Take a shot.
I think
I
girl
don't know what's
wants
in
to.
it.
Ooh.
Okay. So back to the question. I would say at the time, yes. Being that it was my only relationship and my first serious relationship. At the time, I was in love to the point where it would have gotten to marriage type of thing. So we were together for 4 years. So it's just like looking back at it, sometimes I felt like I was in lust because I haven't been in an actual serious relationship after that. So I really don't know what love is and what all comes with it. So with this one, I'm a little iffy. But at the time, at that age, yes.
You
I was
felt
in-
like-
Yeah, I felt like I was in love.
Absolutely.
I'm doing 200 or what?
Oh.
Mimi.
Mimi, don't try to skip, honey. It's no
If you
skip.
skip, you take 3 shots.
I'm glad I answered.
Ooh. I'm sorry.
Yes.
Yes.
At one point in time.
Yes. When? Okay. Why? How? When? Come on. Speak your truth, Mimi. Is it yes or no?
She isn't. I feel like love is a beautiful thing. And
What they got to do with it? Have you ever been in love, Mimi? She said yes.
I think
When?
so.
No, she said she thinks so. Yes or no? How come I don't have a jolly
I think this is like pending. Y'all can come back to me on this one, okay? Let me
It's
think about that.
pending?
If you skip the question, you gotta take a
3
shot.
shots, honey. 3 shots or not? 3 shots.
just
What
take
you
your
trying
shots.
to do? What you trying to do? What you
I'm
trying to
not
do?
taking my 3 shots. No, this was a pending. Honestly, I do feel like there's people I love, but I don't want to say love them in a capacity to see marriage or love in a capacity to see a better growth in an individual. To think that okay, this is the person I want to be with the rest of my life. I've seen love in individuals as a friend or as a partner at that point in time. Like if I could look back, like if I could say I love you like my mother or my brother or like someone that I care for.
Girl, we just talking about relationships.
That's what I'm saying.
If the person you was in love with was on the train tracks, would you jump in front of the train to put them out of the way and risk your life?
Risk my life.
You could potentially get hit. It could happen.
I mean, I'm still trying to save. That's like if they get in a fight at a club or something. I'm still trying to protect them.
No, we talking about train tracks. Are you jumping in front of the train?
I'm not going out like that. I'm sorry.
Okay, so you didn't love them enough to jump in front of the train track and try to push them.
I would not jump in front of the train track, but I will save their life somehow.
How?
Would you jump in the train with Jenny?
Bitch, you better hold.
Why am I not jumping in front of the
She
train
so
track?
did. I need to do that.
You ever see how small I am? How am I gonna get back up?
She got a lot of strength in that ass.
I'm a booty.
You just want. Exactly.
You know he can do
Okay,
something.
I'm gonna say yes, college.
Alright, you answer
Answer the question, because Mimi playing.
Mimi's struggling so hard. It was so cute to watch her. Oh my god. Mimi struggling so hard. Okay. Sure did for you, sis. I wanted you to speak your truth on the screen. Okay, have I ever been in love? Yes. If so, when? Currently pending. We don't know.
Have you ever been in love? Yes. If so, when? I feel like men. It wasn't even a relationship. I was about to say I feel like my last relationship, my last situationship.
Ooh.
What's
Wait.
Oh, it's not tea time, y'all.
I answered the question. What?
You did answer. Whose turn is it?
Yeah. Whose turn is it?
Let me shuffle this up because y'all naughty.
Which situation
Not in the world.
Okay. Ooh, okay. Do you believe guy and girl trips are okay while in a relationship to go on if you do not have a spouse or if you don't have your spouse?
So wait, I don't understand the question.
Like basically, if you're able to go on a couples trip without being a couple.
Okay, I get what you're saying.
Like my ski trip, for example.
Men and women mix, but your spouse doesn't go.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Your spouse does. Ooh, bitch, what you bringing in?
You
bring
like
your
you.
spouse.
With a single man, you was gonna bring the like
Oh,
kind of like
when
a ski
other
trip.
couples are there.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you leaving your significant
Or
other.
just men and women are there. It don't have to be couples, but other men and women are there.
I think yeah, if you trust your partner, it should be okay.
No.
No what?
No.
No what?
No, they can't go on the trip.
No.
Why
No.
not?
Why should they? Why should I not go?
No, I thought you were going on the trip.
No,
you're not going on the
trip.
If your spouse is
Oh,
not
because it
gonna-
says, do you believe in
Without
trips?
your spouse.
Oh shoot.
She said yes, y'all. Go, bro.
I'm gonna renege on my answer.
Correct.
I didn't read that properly. I read too
Correct.
fast, and that is not appropriate.
Okay. Let's let them know. Let
No.
the people know it's not appropriate.
Not at all.
What if they can't go because of work conflict?
Then you don't need to
That's
go.
not your business.
So you lose out on an experience that you may never experience again.
What's an experience without your man?
Oh, bitch, I don't know the snow.
Alaska.
Be there next snow, winter, man. Back to the girl talk, and we have two gentlemen that have joined us. Go ahead and introduce yourselves. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we are gonna go ahead and continue. Same thing. We'll be picking from here and going around and answering the questions. Let's get into it. I try not to pick my own. If you could use 3 words to describe what is important to bring into a relationship, what would it be?
This your question? No.
Go ahead, answer the question.
Loyalty. Loyalty for the people in the back
Oh my.
that can't hear me.
Right.
Okay. Determination. And I guess I would say like love, but I mean that's a given. So I would say kind of like an open mind.
Taking all mine.
Sis, you know I got it.
Okay. Again, I feel like Marquina hit some of my topics like loyalty, open-minded, and spontaneous. I would add.
That's a good one. That's fun.
Well, 3 words. I would say a plan, stability, and patience.
Oh, yes.
Straight to the camera.
Yes.
Stability.
Once again, that's a plan, stability, and patience.
I think I'll go with loyalty again. You need that. Ambition and excitement.
Integrity.
Oh, this is a job.
What skills can you bring to the table? Well, let me stop.
I hold
Integrity,
myself to another standard. I have integrity.
adventurous, and I would say open mind, like Marquina said.
I would say ambition, loyalty, and communication.
Okay. Communication is really
All
important.
right. So I'm
Very
gonna.
good.
Very much so.
I can't do this one. I'm sorry.
That's a shot?
No. That's a shot.
Three
Three
shots.
shots. Take a
That's
shot.
3 shots.
I can read
I can't keep track. Why you keep
Jenny, why you?
I did not.
No, that was a whole side project. That question.
Right, bitch.
You want to have it.
3 shots. It's 3 shots. 3 shots. 3 shots.
Three?
I'm so sad for you.
She said 3 shots.
If you skip it, you have to have 3 shots.
Why she skip that question? What's wrong with it?
It's not a bad question, but if you don't remember those.
Intimacy and love. Wait, I
I was wondering what that question was about.
Okay, go ahead.
I don't even know what that is.
Who made this one? Marquita.
Shit out. I did.
Y'all gonna get into y'all psychology and sociology classes. So
I don't know what you're talking about, but honey, I know what you're talking about.
Okay.
So let's say,
Zoom in on
Said
set.
you got
In his face.
Y'all wrote these?
I did.
what it say? That.
Differences in being single versus a relationship?
Oh,
You should know. I'm pretty sure the greatest to answer this question.
Expanded, bitch.
I don't know if you're the greatest to answer this, Cedric, but you can take a stab at it. Yeah, you scratching
Alright.
their head.
Alright, that's easy. When you're single, you know what I'm saying, you living for you. Once you get in a relationship, it's not about you. You know what I'm saying? Once you get in a relationship with somebody, you everything you do, you always have to consider that other person in mind, because that's your partner.
do you always consider that other person's mindset?
Yeah, go this way.
How my history says otherwise.
Whatever. I know I killed her.
It sounded nice. That's how you get them.
I mean, I'm gonna just piggyback off my brother. I mean, that's pretty much, that's really the definition. I mean, from being single to being in a relationship is really just, it's no longer an individual mindset. It's a joint mindset. Yeah.
We, us, ours.
So what are some things that you gave up to be in a relationship?
Gave up. That's not.
Sacrifice?
That's a new question.
That's an add-on. That's an
Add-on question?
Things that I've given
Not the
up.
socials.
My social life has taken a decline. I'm giving that
Well,
up.
we just see him socializing. Ooh.
Gave that up.
In what aspect? Like,
For those who don't know,
I mean, I
these two
don't-
are together.
I don't go out as much.
No, we're not. For the
I
commentary.
mean, yeah. I just,
Single man.
yeah, okay.
Gave up a social life.
Y'all heard that?
Just kidding.
Just kidding.
Y'all are the hoes, not the hoes.
Don't play with me.
So Jenny, go ahead.
I feel like they basically said it all. You definitely, when you're single, you're living your best life. Obviously, you're, going out, doing what you want to do. And when you're in a relationship, you have to think about your partner because it's not just you. So you want to build on that. Obviously, you have to communicate and do what you need to do to build that empire. So you have to think about that other individual and how they're feeling.
Is there ever a time you regretted being in a relationship because you couldn't do some certain things?
I would say yes. But I've only been in one relationship, so I can't really say much off to, answer your
But based
question.
off that one relationship.
Yes. I don't regret actually being in a relationship because I build a bond with that person. Obviously, I still have love for that person, but being, in love, I don't know what that is. But at that time, at the time, I was in love.
No, because she said she was in love though.
Yes, I said I was in love at the
Okay.
time, but now looking back at it, I don't know what love is.
Okay, that makes sense.
But what I will piggyback off yours and say though, you can be in a relationship and still live your best life.
You can, but
You just live
there are
with somebody.
boundaries, right? So you
You
have
live
to
with
watch
somebody.
what you're doing. You can't do what single life you can't do when you're in marriage, like in
That's
relationship.
true. You pivot from that aspect, but you still
You
live
still- I
a
agree on that.
different best life.
You
And I feel
can.
like with
agree.
Jenny, because she was in college, she did miss out on a lot of experiences because she was in a relationship.
Can I add on?
Yes, go ahead.
Yes,
Of
that's
course.
what we're doing.
Go ahead.
Can
Who's
you-
your
can
question
you-
for?
Everybody.
Okay.
Can you be selfish while in a relationship?
Yes.
No.
No, you're saying can a
You
person
can, but
Yeah.
it's
You should
not.
not.
Correct.
You can.
Yeah.
But there's not a world where you can be selfish and like still have a good relationship?
No, it depends on what capacity you're speaking though. At the same time.
Give us an example.
Yeah, because you
Give us
might
an
be
example.
meaning something differently than what I'm thinking right now.
Yeah, give us an example.
Well, I'm just saying, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how I answer the question. You know, everything you do, you gotta keep the other person in mind, but is it possible to, like, just think about yourself? Like,
I feel like you
that-
should think about yourself in a relationship. Like that's why I said earlier with the question, like going forward, I want to be in a capacity where I understand like this is the person that's gonna be my husband. Because essentially, when I'm married, I don't want to be worried about you. Like at the end of the day, I want to have time for myself. I want to be worried about me and have my own time because I feel like before I met you, I was a person, I was an individual, and I feel like being in a relationship or being married, or whatever the case is, you're just more aware of someone else. But just because I'm aware of you doesn't mean I have to make you my 24/7. And I just don't think personally I want to make you my 24/7 just because you're married to me. Like I need me time too. Like I need my family time. Like before I met you, I had people who devoted. Basically, I've grown up with them for 26 years, and you can tell me you came in for 4 or 5 years, and I'm supposed to just, okay, I gotta just watch you. No, I don't have time for that.
I don't know.
Like,
I
you
feel
have to
like
protect it.
when you are getting, when you talk about, what are we talking about here? We talking about boyfriend and girlfriend. We talking
No,
about
that's what I'm
marriage.
saying. Marriage is well.
Because
Like, I
when you
want
get
space.
married, though, yes, you want space, but the point of marriage is to become one.
No,
So-
but married people do want space though. My
You
aunt
want
is
space,
married
but
for
you
5
don't
years.
want to say that I want to live this life and
You're
not
gonna
think
be out
about
in the
you.
streets. No, you're not in the streets. It's just like I need time for spa time. I need time for girl time.
You need personal time. You need
Personal
me
time.
time.
Personal
Me
time. But you
No,
You
me
said
time.
Family.
you like
No, because your
family
family
because
is
that's
their
now
family.
your
No,
family.
me time, family time. Just some people just need time
But
for
family
themselves.
time
I
is their
mean,
family too.
I mean that is true, but at the same time,
Like,
not everybody gets
I would
along
know
with
my
their
sister.
spouse's family.
Separate.
So you have to think about
But-
that. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying in the context of you don't need to spend time with this person. I want to see you, of course. That's why I married you. But I just want some time. Like, hey, I want to miss you a little bit.
Okay,
I
so
wanna
how
be
much
like-
time is enough time for you is what you saying?
To what you mean?
If
To
you're
be
living
away
with
from them.
someone,
You need
if you're living
personal
with
space?
someone,
What are you saying?
if
Like,
you're married,
one day out the week, one day
No,
out
not
the
even in
month?
that capacity. I'm just saying, hey, if I even have 15, 30 minutes a day, just to like, hey, let me just relax for a minute. Let me just think about me. Because even now with this whole quarantine, we all been working 8-hour days, 40 hours a week. When you actually sit home and realize, damn, like, I have at least 2 hours to myself. You actually start thinking, what can I do for me? I mean in that capacity.
Okay.
Because you can't be in a relationship with someone if you can't lead yourself. So how could you lead with someone else if you can't lead by yourself? That's what I mean. I don't mean like, oh yeah, like I need to see you 24/7. No, it's not in that capacity. I mean, it's just in the sense of, hey, I got some quality time with you, but hey, I just need a second for myself so I could just really think, do I need to work on me first before I can continue working on both of us? That's all it is.
Well, I think you
If
should
you
be
know-
working on you before you even get married.
Yeah, that's
No,
I think you should be
that's
complete
that's
before
how
you even join
But
the
it's a
connection.
continuous growth though, because
It is.
like we said
You're
before,
married
at
for it.
21 you were a different person than you are at 28. At 35 you're gonna be a different person than you are at 50. Like I don't want to be the same girl I was at 21. I want to be 50.
But that's
and-
both y'all growing together.
That
Not,
is true.
let me grow over here and he grow over there.
No, but that's the thing. You want to be able to analyze, like, okay, is there anything I got to work on myself first, and then we can work on it together. Like, hey, let's build together and go forward.
Right.
It's nothing about separating you from
No,
your
I
spouse.
understand what you're saying.
It's just kind of a less.
You're
let's
saying,
figure out.
okay, because I understand a me time, like, okay,
Yeah,
you out here
but
doing
I'm
your
thinking
thing,
about
I'm in
encompass
there.
whole thing. It's just not only me time. It's just holistically, like, as a person.
Oh, like
Yeah.
a meditation for 15 minutes?
Just me time. Like, me time. I know what me time is, girl.
I know what me time is. I'm saying, I'm just trying to look at that. So, okay, boyfriend and girlfriend, I understand me time.
Yeah.
I don't know, none of us have been married, so we don't obviously understand it. But when I assume or think about a marriage, I think that, okay, me time, is that like you in the living room, I'm in the bedroom, just collecting myself, you collecting, or I'm in the bathroom getting dressed and I don't want to be
Bother.
pressured or bothered by you. That's what I think about me
No, but it
time.
could mean too, like, okay, let's say you like to paint. You could want to paint for 10 minutes just by yourself. And then another time you could do it with your spouse. And it could be something y'all do together.
So something
Okay.
separate. Like,
yeah,
like
it's
a,
just something
like
you
a
do
man
for you.
cave.
Like you have a
Yeah.
show that you watch
Yeah.
together, but you have shows that you watch alone.
Yeah, like it's just a time for yourself to grow, and then when y'all do come by yourselves, you go together. That's what I say for that specific question.
Alright.
That's how communication come in.
Yeah, just
That
communicate
part.
with your spouse. Like, hey, I just want a little time. I'm gonna relax.
So
Yeah, but
yeah.
as a spouse, are you understanding with that?
It depends on the person, the individual. I understand it, but it depends on the individual. Like, do you understand this?
So I feel like we have a drink check. So everybody drink for 30 seconds. Your drink.
30
One.
seconds?
I took all of mine. This is why I'm
Sure, not 15.
applying the pressure.
30 is a lot.
15. 1, 2, 3, 4,
Oh, this
5,
is a self-timer.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10,
This is not the official time.
11, 12, 13, 14,
She ain't even drinking. That's a
15, 16.
It's a lot of people not drinking.
He said 15.
Oh, my bad.
I'm like 16, 17.
Of my life. I mean, my God.
Okay, who's next? Who's next?
Actually, we are out of time. We're going live, so hopefully you meet us there. Don't beat us there because we obviously won't be there. So it's been great. Hopefully you tune into episode 3, and we will see you next time. Peace out.
Bye.
Have a good day.